we are taming our inner beast so that we can be organized, motivated, and productive. Productivity. So when it comes to being productive will mean that at the end of the day, you won't be feeling like, where did the time go? I accomplished nothing today. So instead of like feeling bad at the end of the day, you feel like, yes, check, 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 check. I got all of those things done and I'm moving forward, and you just feel like you're getting stuff done. Sometimes when people think about productivity, they think about multitasking and working on a little of this and a little of this and a little of this and a little of that. Like, this isn't cooking. We're not like, that's insane. It's better to sit there, and if you're like in the zone, to keep doing what you're doing and finish that completely than it is to have like a whole bunch of little projects open, because then the next day when you come back, you have to like reorient yourself. You have to be like, okay, so where was I with this and what was I doing? And you're trying to understand what you were doing, and it wastes time. It's inefficient. So if you find yourself like on a roll with one thing, don't feel like, oh no, that's enough of that today, I have to move on to something else. Dedicate your time to it, finish it, get it out of the way. It's way better to have one thing completely done than 4 things partially done and you have to 1776, 1865. I'm killing it. So I don't knock anybody who comes up with clever ways of cutting some corners and finding ways to do things faster. If you're clever enough to come up with it, you do what you need to do, as long as it's on the up and up. But just be careful that you're not doing it in classes where, one, you're gonna need that information like for real life, it's gonna be a part of your career, or 2, it's the kind of thing where you're taking this class and then there's a second level of that class that comes up next. And if you don't get the information on the first one because you were just like finding answers and plugging them in, then it's gonna make it hard for you for the next level. So just be careful about that, because you don't wanna actually land up messing yourself up. And one of the things that are key to being productive is prioritizing. So check your email on a regular basis, because you don't want to be putting all your energy and time into working on a project that the teacher's like, yeah, we're gonna move the deadline for that. Now you suddenly have more time for it. And I don't know if this happens to you, but like, I distinctly remember have teachers who be like, yeah, we're gonna do X, Y, and Z. And then like 3 weeks later, they'd be like, yeah, never mind. Never mind, lady. People are working on this project and you want to be like, never mind. So you don't want to be caught out there wasting your time. That's key to productivity, is not to waste your time. And one of the ways that you can do that is by knowing what's the latest update on the importance of whatever the assignments are. Another thing with prioritizing is, so getting rid of the distractions in your environment is not equal to silence, because not everybody does well with silence. Like, I do well with silence, but my husband, like, he always needs something in the background, and so he'll have music playing. But at the same time, you don't want to be like, and you're just like singing along as you're doing your work, because then you will be working slower. So you might play like instrumental music, or that white noise machine that I was talking about. You might use that white noise machine. It also can block out the sounds of everybody else around you by having just this consistent which covers them up. And I don't know about you, but my phone can be a major distraction. So it helps if you take your phone and just put it in another room, or get some of those apps that will block you from being able to get on to certain apps or websites except for at a specific time. So like apps like will like allow you to be able to focus on your work. So if you're ready to plan to succeed, go ahead and drop a check mark for all the things that we're getting done, because we plan to succeed. Thanks so much for watching Journey with Jordana. Like if you like, share if you care, and I will see you soon.
I'm Jordana. I've been a college counselor, college admissions rep, and adjunct professor while married into the military. I've lived in New York City, Savannah, Alabama, and even Korea with my husband and 2 baby boys. I don't know where we're moving next, but I do know that counseling teens towards their future has stayed the passion of my heart. So that's how I got to be here right now with you, helping you take the next step in your journey towards your future. Hello! Come on in and take a seat on the counseling couch.